Hey, how's it going, everyone? Welcome to week 23 of Draw Something. My name's Andy, and for the next hour and a half or so, I'm going to be here drawing. Tonight's theme for my drawings is going to be, let me just bring it up on the screen here, Birds Gone Cuckoo. Woo! So basically, it's just going to be a bunch of crazy birds doing crazy things. So let me go ahead and move on over to my multi-view here. There we go. Planetary 121, awesome to see you here. Yes, it could be for Cocoa Puffs. That actually might be what I start with. Hold on just a second here. Yeah, let me go ahead and start on this here. Hey, Kaiser Soze, awesome to see you. Alright, so let me go ahead and start on this here. Okay, I got an idea for this first drawing. Inspired by Planetary 121's comment. It does seem like, considering I did call the category Birds Gone Cuckoo, it does seem like something related to Cocoa Puffs would be an appropriate start. So let me go ahead and... let's see. So I'm drawing the box right now. Just kind of start drawing out all the basic elements, and then I'll get to the big twist here in a minute. Hold on. Draw that hand a little differently here. Hey, to everyone who's currently watching, this is a by request show, so if you have a funny bird-related scenario you want me to draw here on my paper, just drop a request in the chat. I'm going to give his mouth kind of a funny shape. Hey, Fragilities, thank you for the follow. Really appreciate that. Alright, looks like I put the bird's head a little too close to the guy's head. Let me go ahead and move it back a little bit. That's a common problem I come across. I'll draw something in, and then when I go to add something to it, it looks like it's getting in the way of something else I already drew earlier, or drew after drawing this thing. But no big deal, it's just a quick fix. Alright, so yeah, go ahead and start tracing this over here. Oh, Planetary 121, that is an excellent addition. Let me go ahead and add that to my list here. I will make it part of this same drawing, but I just want to make sure that I remember that, because that is an awesome idea for an addition. Alright, so... So what we have here is just an innocent guy, just woke up in the morning, had a nice, good night's sleep, just gonna get up and eat his favorite cereal, Cocoa Puffs. He's got a brand new box of it. He's gonna open it up and get ready for that chocolatey goodness. But as we'll see in a second, things don't go quite according to plan. You see, there was a bit of a somebody at the cereal boxing plant wasn't paying the best attention to what was going on with the boxes, and it's possible that a certain bird might have snuck into one of the boxes after the cereal was poured in, or actually it could have been before the cereal was poured in, and remained in the box. And then when the box was sealed, he basically just lived in the box until it reached the store shelf, and then this guy bought it, and then the bird just sat in there waiting and hiding. DJ Mike Brady, thank you, and good evening. So yeah, long story short, this guy's in for a pretty wild surprise. He just wanted some cereal. He's gonna get a face full of bird. Go ahead and add some squiggly lines here to the bird's eye. Because he's been trapped in that box for who knows how long, and he's ready to get out. He's gotten a little bit stir crazy, and also he's been eating all those Cocoa Puffs, so he's gone cuckoo. Go ahead and add some wacky symbols above the guy's head. Including the planet Saturn for some reason. I don't know, Saturn is pretty wacky. It's got all those rings. Alright, so yeah. Basically the guy here opens the box of cereal, the bird pops out at him, gives him a good old-fashioned jump scare. And yeah, that'll wake you up. That alarm isn't quite doing it for you. A bird popping into your face will certainly do the trick. I'm going to go ahead and redraw this U here a little bit. Alright, just draw a bowl here on the cover, or on the front of the box, with some Cocoa Puff cereal, of course. Alright, there we go. I think that'll do. Hold on. Move that guy's a little more. Ah, Art Vandalay, 1979. Great to see you. And I will add your request to my list. Thank you. Alright, so about done with this. Basically what I'm going for here is he's just gonna, he was gripping the box, and then as soon as the bird pops out and stirs the daylights out of him, he's gonna lose his grip of it and it's gonna drop to the floor. Alright, so yeah, there we go. Oh, you know what? I just got an idea. Another idea. This guy here still hasn't changed out of his pajamas. So let me see. What kind of pajamas could I put him in? Should be something bird related for sure. Let me see here. Alright, he's wearing big bird pajamas. Alright, yes. Big bird pajamas. And they're the full-bodied kind, too. None of this, halfway, just the shirt, just the pants. No, these are full. This is a full set. Two-piece set of, shirt, pants, all big bird. He's still very much in touch with his inner child. Although, actually, you know, wasn't really going to specify the age of this character, but I guess now that I think about it, he's kind of looks more like a little kid, so I guess the big bird pajamas actually, you know, really fit more. Not to say that if you're an adult, you can't wear big bird pajamas, because of course you can. You can do whatever you want when you're an adult. But yeah, let me just go ahead and add a few more big bird faces here. Alright, there we go. It feels like it just needs a few more just to really complete the pattern. Alright. One more and then I'll move on, I promise. I don't want this to get too repetitive. Alright, there we go. So, now that I got his big bird pajamas drawn, I'll go ahead and add Planetary 121's request for an addition to this drawing. Toucan Sam, who I believe was, I think Cocoa Puffs and Fruit Loops are the same brand. They're both Kellogg's. I'm not 100% sure about that. I think they are. hold on here. General Mills, okay. Kellogg's, I only, to be honest, I only eat like 2 different kinds of cereal nowadays, and it's Frosted Mini Wheats or Honey Bunches of Oats are like the 2 that I mainly eat. I did pick up a store brand of Golden Grams this last Sunday because Golden Grams used to be a favorite of mine, and so I wanted to have some again. Oh. Thank you, DJ Mike Brady, for the collection. So Cocoa Puffs are General Mills. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, good. Yeah, I would not have been able to recall that. I'm not. I guess it's yeah. I'm not. I guess I'm not an expert when it comes to cereal brands. So thank you, DJ Mike Brady, for the info. But yeah, we got Toucan Sam here, eating his cereal, kind of giving the side eye to this bird popping out of the Cocoa Puffs box. Which, now that I think about it, there's got to be Cocoa Puffs flying out of the box along with him. Only makes sense. Really adds to the effect of it just bursting out. But I'd even add like a starburst here to add to the effect. Pooh. Yeah, there we go. But anyway, we got Toucan Sam, or I'm not using a reference pic. This is just my. It's for the intensive purposes of this drawing. It's Toucan Sam. May not look exactly like him, but it probably looks close enough, I guess. But yeah, he's eating the cereal. He's giving the side eye to this bird, bursting out on this poor innocent soul. He's just kind of looking like, this again. So yeah, I think that'll probably do it. DJ Mike Brady, I apologize. Planetary 121, thank you for the info. I was too in the zone drawing to be totally sure who it was who pointed that out first. But yeah, let me go ahead and date and initial this so I can get on to the next request. Actually, the first request, this is one I just did on my own. Planetary 121 requested the toucan in the corner, the background. But yeah, let me go ahead and bring up the full-size view of this. There we go. Bird popping out of a box of Cocoa Puffs. Like I said, maybe not the most pleasant way to start the morning, but certainly is a great substitute for an alarm clock. Alright, so one down. Hold on a second, let me find a nice place to set this. And I will get out another piece of paper and start on Art Vandalay's request on Twitch. He wanted a bald eagle with a really bad hairpiece. So let me go ahead and start on that here. Alright, so drawing the eagle. And I'm drawing him with teeth. kind of unsettling looking, I guess. Birds don't normally have teeth, and I think, yeah, well, they especially don't have like human-like teeth. Yeah, I think the reason is obvious. They look really creepy and out of place. But I do think, it'll complement the, awful hairpiece. Alright, so I got them traced out. Let me see. A really bad hairpiece. I'm kind of thinking, I mean, the first thing that came to my mind was just like this goofy Elvis. I'm sorry, I don't have it right on this camera. That's, happens a lot. I was thinking like a goofy, over-the-top Elvis-style hairdo. Like something along these lines. But I don't know, I feel like there's a way I could make it even, goofier or even worse, even more cringy. I suppose if maybe I make it like really sloppy and have like a bunch of hairs just sticking out all on end, that would add to the effect. So let me see here. A pompous pompadour. You are right, DJ Mike Brady. Yeah, you can just kind of infer that this eagle found this hairpiece lying at the bottom of like a dumpster somewhere. It's been sitting there for quite a while. It kind of smells weird, but free hairpiece is free hairpiece. Those things go for a lot of money these days. You know, it is kind of tempting to go on the cheap, even if it means dumpster diving. Which, speaking of which, let me just go ahead and emphasize that with some stench lines coming off of it. Fergal F. Ferguson, great to see you here. I haven't come up with a name for followers yet. Andy Files, that's a good one. Fergal right now drawing a bald eagle with a terrible hairpiece. And as you can see, it's pretty ghastly. Ghastly. I mean, DJ Mike Brady, is he truly the mighty that has fallen, or is he like a revolutionary? He's a trendsetter. Maybe he's discovered the next step in evolution. Eagles have already reached, seemingly as high as they can possibly go. Why not just go straight down and start a new trend? Amphibians, that's awesome. Oh my gosh. Andy Philadelphia Knights. That rolls right off the tongue. And Mike Brady, yes, I do think you're right. So, again, let me go ahead and, let me go ahead and add some cavities to the teeth. I mean, I guess you could maybe argue that they're not real teeth, so they wouldn't get cavities. But, they can still decay. The material they're made of is not the most stable. so yeah. We got a dumpster diving eagle. Possibly the first of his kind. Will there be others who follow in his footsteps? Quite possibly. Alright, so, there we go. Give him some eyes. Mike Brady, that is truly poetic. Alright, so, I wonder if I should actually add the dumpster in question. And you know how last year, 2020, was pretty widely acknowledged to be, so to speak, a dumpster fire. So let's add another layer of commentary to this image. Not only did this eagle dive all the way down to, you know, ironically reach new heights, but he also, this was also his way of rising up from the ashes after the disaster that was 2020. Basically, this is January. This is like after January 1st, 2021, where the fire has gone out. 2020 is officially dead. So the smoking, smoldering ashes are still there. And this eagle decided to. Let me see, DJ Mike Brady. Yes, DJ Mike Brady, it certainly is. So yeah, he decided to scrounge through the dumpster that was 2020. No longer a fire. The fire went out. I'll just go with that. So yeah, he scrounged around in there, found this hairpiece, and found some fake teeth. And thank you, DJ Mike Brady. Don't want no spam in here. So yeah, despite the fact that the garbage in here is smoldering, looks like the hairpiece and the teeth came out relatively unburned. I guess they were in a convenient spot that wasn't on fire. But yeah, I'll go ahead and call that good. So for Art Vandelay, 1979. I will go ahead and date this and initial it and bring up the larger view. So yeah, there we go. Dumpster diving eagle, a revolutionary. One for the history books. Art Vandelay, I'm glad you like it. Alright, so I don't have any requests lined up yet. If you're watching this, if you have a funny bird-related scenario you want to see me draw here on the paper, just drop a request in the chat. What to do next? Birds, birds, birds. Oh, okay. I got another idea. So, one of the greatest mysteries of our society, or basically of all time in the universe, really, is the chicken or egg argument. You know, which came first, the chicken or the egg? We honestly, it's a conundrum that's baffled minds for hundreds of years, maybe thousands, or even it's for billions of years, possibly. So I'm gonna do a neat little virtual or visual interpretation of that. Let me go ahead and start on that here. Oops. So what I'm starting with here is it's going to be a revolving door. There we go. Alright, so we got the chicken here on this side of the door. He's just kind of walking in, walking along. Then we got the egg here who's walking out. Or is he walking in? This is where the conundrum comes in. Let me see. Sorry, just trying to get my thoughts all together. See, like a revolving door, you can never, like, it's an endlessly revolving cycle where there's no real beginning, there's no real end. Go. Alright, so let me finish drawing the revolving door here. Alright, so yeah, there we go. We got the chicken and the egg moving around in the endless revolving door. Let me put a couple of signs here, really highlighting the confusion. And yeah, there we go. There's my illustration of the chicken and egg argument or conundrum. Let me go ahead and bring up the larger view. So yeah, chicken and egg going through a revolving door. Alright, let me see what else I can come up with here. Once again, anyone who's currently watching, if you have a request for a funny bird scenario or just a funny bird drawing you want me to do here on the paper, drop a request in the chat. That's primarily what I like to drive this show, is other people's requests for me to draw things. I try to come up with stuff on my own when I can, but oftentimes I get stuck and I get a creative block. So requests are definitely a good thing to help me. Alright, so birds. I guess we'll just go ahead and draw a funny looking bird here. You know, I did include Big Bird earlier. I wonder if there's something funny I can do with him. Oh. Creative block. Ugh. Okay, let me see. So I'll go ahead and start drawing. DJ Mike Brady, that is exactly what I was looking for. Thank you. Alright, so we got kind of a gangsta pigeon here. Oh, Irene Pina Music. Hey, awesome to see you here. Irene Pina Music had an awesome stream earlier. She just celebrated 5 months on Twitch. Which, come to think of it, I think I just hit my 5-month anniversary too. But yeah, she was really cool. Just singing and playing the guitar, taking requests. She's very talented. Go ahead and definitely give her a follow. Did I say pigeon? Oh, sorry. Yes, it is a parrot. Alright, so I'll go ahead and draw this here. Irene Pena, that's up to you. And DJ Mike Brady, yes, I was just thinking that. I was just thinking a couple hours ago before I went live, I really need to I need to think of get myself streaming on more than 4 days a month. I do this every week on Wednesday at 7 p.m. But in order to become an affiliate, I've met all the other requirements. I still need to stream on 7 individual days, different days in 1 month. So that means I'm going to have to stream on days that aren't Wednesday. And I'm just kind of thinking of usually this 1 day a week stream gives me a pretty good set of drawings to colorize. So yeah, I'm just kind of thinking of, you know, how I could get more streams in and how I would spend those streams. I was thinking an idea I had was to maybe, you know, design emotes for my channel. That could maybe be one of the streams I do is designing emotes. A funny songbird. I like that. Let me add that to my list. Don't mind the hairy arm that's showing up on the screen. Let me make sure that this is still on the screen. All right, there we go. And of course, I gotta put him on his little swing, as you would typically see a parrot on. Only this particular swing is, shall we say, blinged out. Got some big shiny diamonds on his stand. Mike Brady, that is actually that's a good idea. I could totally do that. All right, so there we go. We got Polly Wanna Crack Ya for DJ Mike Brady on Twitch. Hold on. Had a brain fart there about what the date was. All right, let me go ahead and bring up the larger view. There we go. Got a gangsta parrot, not pigeon, a parrot, saying "Polly wanna crack ya." He's got his brass knuckles. He's got his little stand blinged out. Oh, Fergal at Ferguson. That would be tricky. All right, so Irene Pina Music. Pina, I'm hoping I'm pronouncing that correctly. Wanted a funny songbird. So let me see what I can do here. Alright, so let me see. Alright. Alright, so I'm drawing the bird here. Gonna put him in a fancy tuxedo. And a bow tie. Actually... No, this is supposed to be a funny songbird, not a fancy songbird. So let me see what I can do here. Mike Brady, I'm glad you love it. Okay, Okay, let me see. So... Boy, Sorry, boy. I'm having a lot of brain farts tonight for some reason. An 80s loving bird. You know what? I like that. So let's go ahead and I'm kind of getting flashbacks to a drawing I did a couple weeks ago. It was a riff on Mary Quite Contrary, where Mary was a hard rocker with an 80s headband and ripped shorts. So let me see what I can do here. I could go ahead and give the bird an afro. I guess that's sort of more of a 70s thing, but I guess it kind of does also cross over. It could also cross over into the 80s. Oh, like, like Bird Donna? Bird Donna, the material bird. Boy, so many possibilities. Alright, so what I have in my mind here is something kind of Cyndi Lauper-esque. Just this big old hair just going all over the place. It's a big mess, but she don't care. Alright, let me go ahead and, haven't drawn the legs yet, but let me go ahead and, give her some leg warmers. Okay, I'm drawing a blank here. What are some other 80s trademarks? I know I got leg warmers. I got the big hair. Okay, let me see. What can I do? What can I do? You know what? I'm sorry. I gotta stop for a second. It is really, really hot in here, and I think it's messing with my. It's making. I think it's getting so hot in here. It's hard for me to really concentrate well. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn on my air conditioner, and I'll be right back. All right. Actually, what I needed to do was just open the door. Hopefully that'll cool things down in here. All right, a boombox. Absolutely needs a boombox. Go ahead and draw that here. Mike Brady, I do have my AC on. The door was shut. The door to my studio was shut. I think that was preventing the cool air from coming in. I have my HVAC unit in the living room, uh, and it was blowing cool air. It wasn't reaching me, so it was making it very warm in here. Yeah, no, this is definitely I need the air conditioning. It's practically a requirement at this point. Ferguson, I agree. I would prefer to not be dead. All right, so we got all right, so we got 80s rocker bird here. Or 80s diva bird, 80s bird, just 80s bird maybe. Let me go ahead and add kind of neat little pattern here to her dress or blouse. Ferguson, obeying order to Fergal F. Ferguson. Dance monkey must dance. Begin dance protocol. Okay, I got a funny visual idea. So this is actually an 80s duck. I just decided it's a duck now. So what I'm doing here is adding some music note-like touches to her quacking. These are musical quacks. Planetary 121. I know about a song, a certain song parody that knows exactly how you feel. If I knew the lyrics to it, I would totally quote it right now, but regrettably, I do not. If DJ Mike Brady knows the lyrics to "I Want a New Duck" by Weird Al Yankovic and is familiar, and remembers the lyrics, feel free to drop them in the chat. Oh, Mike Brady, that is a good idea. Yes, Mike Brady, if you're not already following him, definitely give him a follow. He does his, during the week, he does a Lurkin Work special, where it's just all tunes, no talking. And right now it's been showing a video feed of a construction of a new deck that he's getting put on the back of his house. But his main show on Thursday evenings is the Thursday Night Quarantine Party. And oh, Mike Brady, you trickster. Yeah, Thursday Night Quarantine Party is his main show. It's tomorrow. It'll be tomorrow at 8 p.m. Pacific. It goes for 3 hours, and it's all good times, good tunes. It's a by request show, driven by requests. Like my show, it's music requests, song requests. Just add some regular music notes in here. Yeah, Ferguson's got a good point. Alright, what else can I add to this? My mind's kind of been all over the place while I've been drawing this. I apologize. But yeah, we got the big hair. We got the dress with the diamond pattern. Got a boombox. Got her making musical quacks. Irene Pena, do you like this? And of course, leg warmers. Can't have an 80s tribute character without leg warmers. Ferguson, I think you're right. I'm hoping that with cooling down here, my mind will cease wandering and return back to doing what it should be doing. Yeah, clearly it's not all there yet still. Just kind of trailing off, speaking gibberish. But I think I'm going to call it good on this. So that was for Irene Pena music. It's an 80s duck. With a boombox, leg warmers, bagel hair, musical quacks. And yeah, I think that'll do it. Thank you, Irene Pena, for the awesome request. Alright, so all the talk about being dead a few minutes ago kind of made me think, you know, this stream with Crazy Birds would not be complete without a a living dead bird. An undead bird. So let me go ahead and get started on that. Hey, Rose Rebel, great to see you here. I haven't done Big Bird. Technically, I did include Big Bird in my first drawing I did. I had a boy wearing Big Bird pajamas, but I haven't actually drawn Big Bird as the main focus of the drawing. But I could do that. If you can think of like a funny scenario that Big Bird could be in, like Big Bird, something funny that Big Bird could be doing, I could draw that. Alright, so right now I'm brainstorming an undead bird. Yes, Fergalson, that is correct. In pajama form. Okay, undead bird. Boy, that heat really did a number on me. That's the last time I leave that door closed. Alright, so what we got here is Mike Brady, me too. Alright, so I'm thinking here, start this off with a headstone that is shaped like a bird cage, of course. And then have the bird in question. Digging out of his grave. Alright. So yeah, clawing his way out of his grave. He's suddenly got claws now. He's got claws added onto his wings. Hold on. Yeah, there we go. He's got claws. His wings now have claws, yeah. There we go. Ah, Fergalson. You know what? Was kind of lacking direction for where to take this. I will happily take some inspiration from your comment. This is no ordinary bird we have here. This is this right here is Abraham Lincoln Bird. who of course is a thing that exists. Don't question it. Of course he exists. Oh, Rose Rebel with a good request. Let me add that to my list. Alright, Rose Rebel, I got your request added to my list. I will get to that as soon as I'm done drawing the Rise of the Undead Abraham Lincoln Bird. Parenthesis, and in parentheses, who of course exists. Alright, so yeah. Alright, so he's calling out of his grave. And since this is Abraham Lincoln Bird we're talking about, this rather generic headstone I don't think is going to cut it. Rather generic birdcage headstone isn't going to cut it. It's going to have a little more to it. Let me start the music back up here. There we go. Fergal, enjoy your lurk. Alright, drawing the moon here. Let me make sure the drawing is still on the screen. Alright, there we go. We got Abraham Lincoln Bird popping out. And there's one Abraham Lincoln quote that definitely stands out to me, so I'm going to go for it. But I'll add a bit of a morbid spin on it. Seems fitting. Might even call this a bit of a groaner. Gore, score, and... You really got to admire Abraham Lincoln Bird. Even when he's rising from the grave, undead, he still can whip out a good speech. think that'll probably do. Keep it relatively simple. Alright, let me go ahead and bring up the larger view. So yeah, there we go. Undead Abraham Lincoln Bird rising from his grave. And reciting a new version of the Gettysburg Address. Alright, there we go. So next up is a request for Rose Rebel 99 on Twitch. He wanted me to draw Big Bird and his elephant friends eating peanuts and dancing to music and trying not to step on ants and little friends. That's quite a bit, but I can definitely make that work. Alright, so drawing Big Bird's head here. Actually doesn't look too bad for drawing this without a reference pic. Which normally I'm kind of apprehensive about. Well, let me see if I can keep that magic up with the rest of the body. It should definitely be noted that it's a good thing that Rose Rebel requested Big Bird and not his alter ego, you could say the Blue Bird of Happiness. Because if she requested that, we'd all be sobbing endlessly, relentlessly by the time this is over. Truly one of the saddest scenes in a children's movie ever. Alright, so yeah, we got Big Bird cutting a jig. I'll go ahead and draw his elephant friends. We're also getting down on that thing. Alright. I'll go ahead and draw the other one. Alright, this one's getting a little fancier with its trunk. So when I've come to a kind of a realization over the last few weeks while I've been drawing, um, a lot of the time I try to, make my drawings look a lot, cleaner and not so rough and, add a bunch of extra details. I get kind of self-conscious when I, see a lot of other people, artists and their art and how it looks super vivid and detailed, and I feel like in comparison to my work it looks really sloppy and amateurish. But I kind of came to the realization that it doesn't have to look the best as long as the actual content being shown is fun and entertaining. I still want to try to make it look, make sure everything looks like it's supposed to. I want to make sure elephants look like elephants and birds look like birds. But there's got to be kind of a balance between really taking my time with something and also making it brief enough that I don't lose the audience's attention. Because I know that I can understand that drawing may not be the most exciting thing to watch. Particularly if it takes like a really long time. So there's just kind of a balance there to make sure I'm still making it look pretty good, but also not dragging it out too long. Rose Rebel 99, very true. See, I mean, I could have actually looked up a reference pic of Big Bird and actually, like, really taken the time to draw Big Bird like he appeared, like, really, make a very fairly close replication of him. But I also want to, keep this brief, so I'm just kind of winging it, and doing my own take on him from memory, and, it's turning out not too bad. You can still tell it's Big Bird. I don't want to come across like I'm being really preachy or anything. I'm just kind of going off the top of my head. Just something I've kind of noticed that what I see is, being kind of sloppy and amateurish may not seem that way to someone else. I think, it just kind of comes back to we're all our own worst critics. But if what I draw brings someone else joy, that is the best thing I can hope for. No, Fergal. It's not just the heat. The heat definitely kind of takes a toll on my on that kind of spontaneous creativity that I often get. But even that can be kind of touchy from time to time. Sometimes it's really on. Sometimes it's just kind of like, I'm just kind of sitting there really trying to think of something and it's just not coming to me. It varies. It's like when I'm actually like really feeling inspired, it feels awesome. And when I'm not feeling inspired and I'm trying to draw something, it's painful. I really want to draw something. I really want to feel that inspiration. It's just not coming, and oh, it's so frustrating. How hot is it over where you're at, Fergal? Because right now as I speak, it's 94 degrees outside. Oh, Fergal, thank you for the clarification. I appreciate that. Wow. So the way I just drew the pupils on this elephant looks like it's seen some things. Some things it doesn't want to remember. I kind of wonder if I want to keep it like that. Like, this elephant's still trying to, you know, dance and have fun, even though he's been scarred for life by some haunting event. Yeah, you know, I'll keep it for effect. Little quirks like that can really add to it, add to a drawing. And then lastly, we got to add some little ants here. Because it's not just the big guys that are at the party. Some smaller guests have come, and we got some ants. This one's just kind of scuttling along, going about its business. This one's taking a break from scuttling to do a John Travolta from Saturday Night Fever. Or whatever John Travolta's character's name is. I admit I don't know what his character's name is. Art Vandalay, really? What does she do to their food? We're going to have an ant here doing the robot. Because you got to have somebody at the dance doing the robot. And I'm not drawing antenna for some reason. That's certainly something ants should have, is antenna. Antennae. Alright. I think I'm almost done here. What time we got here? Okay, I've been streaming for about an hour and a half. I think that might be a good place to cut myself off. That's usually where I've been stopping lately. For my last few shows. I used to be pushing like 2 hours or go over 2 hours, but I don't know. I mean, when the inspiration just kind of stops coming, it's best to just kind of call it quits. Still got a decent stack of drawings tonight, it looks like. But of course, I will finish this drawing first. Fergal F. Ferguson, very true. Yes, I definitely like doing a recap at the end. Let me see here. I think I'm about good here. So that was for Rose Rebel on Twitch. Let me go ahead and date it. Initial it. And bring up the larger view. There we go. Big bird and a couple of elephants. One of whom looks like he's really suffered some. He's seen some things. I don't know what. I don't know if I want to know what, but he's seen some things. You can even see the veins popping out of his eyes. But the other two seem to be having a good time, and the ants all seem to be having a good time, even if they're dancing or if they're just kind of scuttling along, minding their own business. But everyone seems to be having a good time. Even this guy's trying to have a good time despite his apparent trauma. And I think that'll do it for tonight. Let me see how many drawings I got. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Rose Rebel, I'm glad you love it. And it looks like I got 7 tonight. That's only one less than last week. Last week I had 8. But yeah, I think seven's a solid number. So let me go ahead and bring up the large view once again so I can do the recap of all the drawings I did tonight. Alright, so starting off the night, I did a drawing of a boy opening up a new fresh box of Cocoa Puffs and a bird popping out of it and scaring the daylights out of him. And he's wearing big bird pajamas. He's got... I tried to make him give him a really funny expression. The bird's got veins popping out of his eyes. He's just like really going for it. And then we got Toucan Sam ? Maybe it's just some other toucan eating his Fruit Loops and just kind of being like, oh boy, here we go again. Birds just can't help themselves. He's got that judging look in his eyes. Next up for Art Vandally 1979, we got an eagle with a really bad hairpiece. And the hairpiece and also this set of teeth he pulled out of a dumpster. He's a dumpster diving eagle. He's trying to make a new breakthrough for eagle kind. And possibly for even avian kind as a whole. He reached into the smoldering remains of the dumpster of 2020. The dumpster fire of 2020, he reached into the smoldering remains and pulled out this smelly hairpiece and these decaying teeth. But he sure seems proud of it. He seems proud of both of them. He's got that proud stance. He's got that gleam in his eyes. He's going to be a trendsetter. He's going to go places. Alright, next up was my visual interpretation of the chicken and the egg. It's just pretty simple. It's a chicken and an egg going around in a revolving door. In, out, out, in. The boundaries between inside and outside are blurred. Just like the cycle of, what came first, the chicken or the egg, is also blurred. It's just an endless cycle that will baffle humankind until the end of time, and possibly after that. And then for DJ Mike Brady, I have a parrot with brass knuckles saying, "Polly wanna crack you?" And he's got his brass knuckles on his wing, and he's got a blinged out stand or hanger stand, whatever that's called. He's got it blinged out with some diamonds. Let me bring it a little closer to the camera so you can see a little better. Yeah, you can see he's got diamonds on there. And then for Irene Pena music, I drew an 80s... this kind of went through several different iterations. It was started out as a funny songbird, and then it turned into an 80s songbird, and then it turned into a 80s duck that's singing some musical quacks. And meanwhile, you got a lot of typical 80s hallmarks. You got the big hair, you got the boombox, you got the patterned dress, you got leg warmers, and yeah, there you go. Mike Brady, thank you so much. Next up, we got zombie Abraham Lincoln Bird rising out of his grave, clawing out of his grave, in fact, and saying "Gore, score, and 7 years ago." Tee-hee. And yeah, I probably could have gone further with this, but I was kind of lacking the inspiration, so I decided to just leave it at this. It works. And then last up, we have Rose Rebel 99's request for Big Bird and 2 elephants. Again, one of whom seems to be mentally scarred for life. His eyes just have that really dead look at him. You can just stare into them forever. Oh gosh, oh my gosh, oh, get it away from me. And yeah, so the two elephants and him dancing, and you got some ants on the floor scuttling and also dancing. And yeah, they're all having a good time, even this one that looks like it's mentally scarred. You know, he's making the best of what he's got. Gotta admire that. Alright, so with that out of the way, I'm going to go ahead and raid. Looks like Tom Thinks is live with Cartoon Mess Live. That's always an awesome time. I will definitely give him a raid. So I don't have anything else to say. Have a great night, everyone. Thank you so much for your requests and for watching, as always. And I will see you all next week at 7 p.m. Pacific. Take care.